Dude, I think from last week's episode, I got a lot of feedback of people telling me to get the mustache.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I think I'm gonna do it this weekend.
Definitely go for it.
I don't even know how you get a mustache.
I think you gotta call Tyrone, the mustache dealer.
I don't know how to find it, but I'm gonna go get a mustache
and do it.
So I'm gonna have a mustache over the weekend. I'll grow my facial hair about it. I don't know about it. It depends how it looks. I know it's gonna shock some people.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll post some. But Travis Kelce, he got one.
I think somebody said that he's going through a breakup?
Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
Nah, he was just with Taylor. They were by my house.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Really?
Yeah, they were
Doing
by my
what?
house. They were at the U.S. Open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was
tennis?
Yeah, I was driving out because I went to the Met game on Sunday, and I was driving, and there was like a motorcade that came by, like that was going to the U.S. Open, and I think it was them.
Okay, because they did play on Thursday.
They played Thursday, yeah.
They
So
played Thursday.
him and Mahomes, they was there.
Okay. Oh, they was there.
Yeah,
okay.
they was there on Sunday.
That's what's up. You a big tennis fan?
No, I wish I was though. I don't know what's going on in tennis.
I mean, my shirt looks like a tennis ball.
Yeah, it looks like a tennis ball
that's
for
why
sure.
I was asking.
But they just be like, I don't know. Like it looked cool though.
Yeah,
I pretend.
Yeah.
Most people pretend.
Yeah, definitely.
What'd you do this weekend?
This weekend I actually was back on the tables. Labor Day weekend I was in Houston, so this was my first.
Oh, you was in Houston. How was that?
In H-Town. It was dope. I can understand why it's one of the heaviest cities in the United States of America.
Like fat people?
Yeah,
yeah. I went to. Have you been to the Breakfast Club in Houston?
We were supposed to go on the last day, but we didn't go.
Yeah, I went to the Breakfast Club, famous Houston restaurant.
You went to the actual restaurant because they have one in the airport too.
Yeah, I went to the actual restaurant.
Okay.
And it was good, but it was like that food. You leave. You understand why heart attacks and hypertension and all that.
Absolutely.
I got a sweet tea. When I tell you it was the sweetest tea I've ever got. And I didn't want to be a sucker, but I was like, bro, do y'all have some water for this?
You needed
and they looked at me like you from out of town, ain't you?
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? You trying to cut the sweet tea, bro?
They do it differently in the South. Yeah. Like, this ain't the McDonald's sweet tea.
No, it's not. It
is sugar in there.
This is diabetes.
And the fried chicken, so greasy. So much sodium.
Yep.
It's really good though.
Yeah, it is.
But you leave and you don't want to continue the rest of your day.
It's worth the nap and the cholesterol.
It's tough. So where'd you eat? Where'd you go?
You know what's funny? And this is why I understand why Houston is one of the heaviest cities in the USA. We was talking during the pre-show. Shout out to Carmen. But even Outback Steakhouse you could tell that they grilled whatever they was grilling.
You went to Outback?
Yeah, we went to Outback.
Fancy.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big baller.
You been to Longhorn?
Yeah.
Longhorn.
That was the first selection.
Longhorn is like a higher end Outback.
Is it like Cheesecake Factory and like Applebee's?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Longhorn is the Cheesecake Factory of steakhouses, I believe.
All right.
Which means is like nice. Remember when Cheesecake Factory got dragged for no reason? Just because the internet just decided to drag it?
Like you don't like warm bread?
Being like a fair restaurant who's not cheap.
Strawberry lemonade
is really not cheap.
And the soft drinks are like open shelf. Oh wait, what is it? Open bar? It's open bar soft drinks. Strawberry lemonade. You want a refill? I got you.
Yeah, I think most restaurants have unlimited soda.
No, not the ones where you got to put your credit card for the reservation. They charge you each drink.
I haven't drank a soda in a while. You drink soda?
I'm back on it.
Really?
I go through waves. Yeah.
You a Diet Coke people? No, that's
no. That's too far. That's too far.
Yeah,
that's if you
white people love Diet Coke. Carmen, you drink Diet Coke?
Love Diet Coke.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Some things are just true. Some stereotypes are just true.
Yeah.
Had one today.
It's
you
definitely.
Did? I don't get it. White people, they just love it, bro.
It's like
they'll drink like 3-4 of them in a day.
Is it like universal to white people though? Because there's a spectrum of white people.
White people and Diet Coke is like strawberry lemonade and black
people. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Which is like
it's a parallel.
They just like it. I don't know why.
Okay, I feel you. But because there's the white people that wear like the Patagonia vests in the office. They love Diet Coke. But also like Southerners from Houston that coach football, they love Diet Coke too.
Bro, white people have a weird addiction to Diet Coke.
What is it?
And I don't mean weird in a bad way. I just mean weird in this don't taste good. Why you keep drinking it?
They drink it.
Yeah, but they love it. They love it.
Yeah,
I know. I knew people who I used to work with. They was drink like 4 or 5 a day for like.
I did Diet Coke for a good 6 months.
You did?
Yeah.
It doesn't taste good though.
It doesn't. But like I was trying to watch sugar.
Yeah, but why not a seltzer? Why not a seltzer?
Nah, the caffeine.
Seltzer? I don't know. I just think if you're drinking it from a young age, the aspartame, like if your mom drank it,
You're hooked.
you're hooked.
They got you.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like cigarettes.
That makes sense.
What about Dr. Pepper?
I'm a Dr. Pepper guy.
Yeah?
It's hard for me to cut that.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
What is Dr. Pepper? Like cinnamon? It has like a cinnamon?
It's one of
or
those
mint?
things where there's no in between. You know, like if you're at a party and there's nothing and there's a Coke, you can deal with Coke, right? But Dr. Pepper is one of those, you're either in or you're out. You're not like, oh, there's nothing to drink and then I'll drink a Dr. Pepper. You're like,
It's
I'll just
divisive.
drink water. It's very divisive.
It's very divisive.
Yeah.
It'll split the room for sure.
It's the Trump of the soft drink world.
It'll split the room for sure. But
You never heard that before, right? Boom.
I don't remember the last time I drank a soda. It's been years.
Are you like raw dogging the show now? You don't drink soda, you raw dog planes, you raw dog the train. What's up with
Bro,
that?
I don't understand. One day I just woke up and I just could no longer
Do anything?
eat food. Like, I don't know when this happened. I can't pinpoint it. I think it was my late 20s. But I just got up one day and everything was too sweet, too salty.
Too spicy.
I went bland.
Yeah.
Now I drink water and tequila.
Tequila.
We're toasting. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Hey!
Yeah, I'll be 34. I don't even know if...
Cheers. Hold on. Before you take a sip. You know, there's a stereotype that, especially with black men, that, you know, they don't give each other gifts and stuff, especially for birthdays, which is actually true. But since it is your birthday, and I didn't have it on the calendar, we got you a gift.
Brother?
Yeah.
Thank you so
one
much.
of them is from the actual store. It said hat. Let you see it's the Dutch Master, New York Dutch Masters. It's from Long Island City Cleaners. The owner said specifically to give that to you. Happy birthday. And then the other gift that's in there, that's for me. So I just wanted to make sure I stopped you before the sip. So we let people know that's Don Julio, 70. That's aged.
So much, brother.
If you want to crack that, or, you know, we can do what we got in the cups. Of course. Happy birthday.
That. I don't even
Feliz
know.
cumpleaños. That's how they say it, right?
I
know, right?
Weird.
Weird.
I don't even want to do the show.
I know. I messed it up. I messed it all up. You don't even know what's going on,
I
right?
got a gift. Oh, my gosh.
You want to show the bottle? That's Don Julio, 70.
Nah, no free promo. But
there you go.
No free
Cheers.
promo. They got to send us a check if
That's
they want it. But
Cheers. Happy birthday, bro.
that's nice, man. I haven't got a birthday gift in a while. I don't even know, men, some men, you're not really allowed to have a birthday. I think.
You're not.
Women don't allow it.
They canceled it in 2016.
I think men are supposed to like hatch.
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't. They said like being born is feminine.
It's very feminine.
It is in a way, but it's like
They canceled that.
I had to be born.
Nah, you was hatched. It's the chicken and the egg argument. We are the
Men are supposed to hatch.
Yeah.
Thank you though, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. My fault.
You got your denim tuxedo on.
Thank
Canadian
you, man.
tuxedo, right?
Yeah. Do you? I mean, your birthday just passed. You do anything?
Oh yeah, remember?
I know you went at the party, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like that was that the day of?
That was the day of.
Oh, you got it on a weekend though.
Yeah, my birthday fell on a Friday this year.
Yeah, you got it on a weekend. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm not doing much. I'm going out with my
Oh,
fam. I'm gonna meet up with my family this weekend, but
Outback Steakhouse?
But that's about it. I don't know if we got
Cheesecake?
money like that.
Okay.
We usually barbecue on my birthday and just kick it with the fam end of summer. That's the official end of summer for me.
Your birthday.
Some people say Labor Day, but I say it's my birthday, which is weirdly September 11th.
Are you one of those people that say it's my birthday month, so you celebrate for the whole
Are you
month?
kidding me, bro? I don't even celebrate the day of. Like I'll tell people it was my birthday like 2 days later. I don't feel comfortable with the gift.
Why is that?
Let alone birthday month. Why what?
Both. Like you don't feel comfortable with the gift or your birthday?
Nah, I mean, birthdays are weird, bro.
For men, right?
Birthdays are weird.
Yeah.
People telling you happy birthday, what's that?
My thing, you know when it got really, really weird though? When like social media became a thing, like, oh, you didn't post me for your birthday or you're gonna post me for your birthday. I'm like, what? What? I texted you, I called you. I actually like paid for your Uber and your dinner, but like because I didn't put it on social media, then I didn't take care of your birthday?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know where people get off like thinking that their birthday matters. I don't get it.
I think it started in like elementary school.
And I always thought it was weird that the person being born gets it and not the parent.
Yeah.
I thought that was something.
Certain parents, I think minority parents have embraced it because my mom definitely says it's her birthday too on my birthday.
Yeah. Well, look, no, I get it. I take that back. I get it. Because you celebrating being alive another year. That is a celebration. That is worth celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Being alive another year is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Some people did not make it.
That's a
to
very,
year.
yeah.
So you should be able to celebrate and toast and that.
Yeah.
But the birthday month people, some people hit me up with like when it's their birthday, they'll hit me up with plans. They got plans for 3 or 4 days, and I say 3 or 4 days. I'm not going to none of these things.
Your birthday's not a festival.
No.
Is it the birthday festival?
Yeah, they treat it like it's All-Star Weekend.
Like
their birthday.
It's birthday.
They're like,
cellar.
we're gonna start Thursday. We're gonna start Thursday with a toast, with a toast during lunch,
champagne toast,
and then Friday afternoon we'll have a picnic, and then we're gonna get together at nighttime, and we're gonna go to the club. But then we got to be up Saturday at 6 in the morning because we're going to a winery where they're gonna make a special birthday wine for me.
It's a winery and a spa,
and then we come back, we sleep for 45 minutes, and then there's a rave on Saturday night, and then we end it on Sunday with a brunch. And I reply, I'm not going to any of those things.
Yes, not one. Happy birthday.
But I wish you well.
Tell me, I hope it was fun.
Usually, like they'll plan it like that, and they'll end up doing one thing.
Yeah,
like one thing will work out.
Yeah,
and then everything else.
And then it's, oh my God, I couldn't believe you did this to me. I thought you were supposed to be like my best friend, and you didn't show up to anything. It's like, I have to take out a loan for your birthday weekend.
I think as an adult, you're only allowed one event for your birthday. And this is going to be controversial. People are going to hate me.
And honestly, it has to be like a milestone birthday too.
What are the milestone birthdays for men?
30, 35.
One, and when you die. Those are the big milestones for men. Those are the ones we're allowed to acknowledge.
Nah, 21 counts.
21?
Yes, because you can legally drink.
Bro, men who are 21 years old are like women.
Please expound.
I don't really have this thought out, but it just feels like a feminine thing.
What, 21?
To be legally allowed to drink, what you follow the law?
Okay.
That's kind of feminine.
So you should have been drinking before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a real man.
So I'm talking about like fake ID. So you needed a fake ID.
Well, I think this is the only country where the legal age is 21.
Yeah. Is it Australia too?
I don't know about that. But I know this is one of the few countries. So that means that I'm going to allow like a Germany man to be more man than me. I'm not having it.
Wait, is 30 not a big deal for guys?
30?
30 is when it all goes downhill.
Yeah.
What?
In a good way though.
In a good way and in a bad way.
Why in a bad way?
Like in a bad way, if you're really addicted to toxic fun and doing silly things and being able to eat whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, that goes away.
Yeah, that goes away.
But fun, I mean, if you're aging properly and you're not like stuck in like as like a 30-year-old who thinks he's 21, you no longer want to do the things that you did at 21. Like I went to watch on Sunday, I was watching the football games. We just went to a sports bar and we was at the bar till like 2 a.m. Literally just 3 guys sitting at a table watching football, having some drinks, and that was fun.
Bro,
nobody wanted to go to the club. Nope. Nobody wanted to do nothing. That was just like a good time.
Bro, I like going to Home Depot.
Yeah,
I'm there.
That's how you celebrate a man turning 30.
Oh, man. I'm talking about like looking at lawnmowers and lawn blowers.
I like barbecue grills.
Oh,
it's expensive.
It's not cheap.
I'm a big fan of barbecue grills. Right? I go to Home Depot and I'll be like, where do you guys keep your smokers?
Like,
and they're like, oh, you looking for a smoker? And I'm not, but I'm like, but show me. I want to stand over there because I feel like that's where the men stand.
But then you'll meet Stan, right? Stan, who's been grilling for 30 years, who tells you got to get the wood chips.
Yeah.
And you soak it in whiskey. So then the flavor and coal only. Yeah.
That's
Stan,
that's
Henry,
what I'm into.
A lot of Jamaicans, Dexter's at Home Depot.
When I go to Home Goods, I like Home Goods.
Home Goods, anything with home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those type of stores. A Bed Bath and Beyond is nice.
R.I.P.
I need to get, when I had one by my house, they went out of business.
Oh, yeah.
They had one going out of, I had an IKEA and Bed Bath and Beyond. They both went out of business. They both had crazy going out of business sales.
Yeah.
I went, racked up on towels,
candles.
bedsheets. It was nice.
All the linens.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
It's very nice. You remind me, I got to get a new set of knives.
Oh, it's about to be Thanksgiving.
My knives have lost their like sharpness.
That's how I know you're a man, because you pay attention to things like that.
Yeah, they're no longer cutting how I need
Yeah.
to. I was trying to cut an onion and it wasn't like slicing through. And I reminded I need to get
like a whole set?
A new set of knives. I like to buy them in sets.
Are you splurging though? Like the ginsu, the Japanese.
No, you know, I'm like, well, who am I? Salt Bay? I'm not a chef. Just a knife where I could cut through a steak.
Coming to work in a tuxedo.
Yeah, no, I spend what? I think my last set was like $70, but it had like 10 knives.
Okay.
And I had it for like a couple years.
Did you have the holder?
Yeah, the holder. You need the holder.
It's key.
Yeah.
You don't want loose knives just all over the place.
No, and I don't like having knives that aren't like from a set.
Yeah.
You ever with somebody's house and they got like a thing that's not part of a set? You're like, what happened with the rest?
I leave. I don't even want to inquire.
What happened with the rest of this stuff?
Yeah, I can't. Or like the plates don't match. Like, I'm a bougie broad now that I really sit back and think about it, because like I'll look at Crate and Barrel for fun too. You know, look at the couches, sectionals, interior decorating.
I just bought a new sectional.
Talk about you're not balling. You bought a sectional?
Yeah. I get tired of furniture.
You flip furniture?
I flip furniture. I flip everything, bro. I be getting tired of stuff. I get tired of furniture. I get tired of cars. Like, I just be...
But like... Oh, speaking about cars, I'm in the Uber. I'm on the Uber on the way over here, and I felt so bad, but it was a dude driving, and he had on a neck brace, and he goes up the divider that blocks off the bicycle lane, you know? And I'm just like, bro, did you not see that?
You know, I just got cursed out. You bringing it, but I just got cursed out by a driver just like on my way here.
Did you?
Yeah, but you know, I was doing something that I shouldn't have, but he started cursing me out, and then I started laughing, and then he started laughing too, which is a nice moment. Cause I was like, yeah, man, but I gotta get to where I need to go.
Okay.
And he was like, all right.
I get that.
I get it.
All right.
That's happened to me a couple times. I've been like cursed out road rage wise.
Yeah.
And I just kind of start laughing, and I just be like, all
right. It's good.
Yeah. As long as you know that you're an idiot.
Yeah. I think
I'm pretty self-aware.
I've adopted the perspective of, especially like when somebody's driving like an asshole and they're cutting in and out of traffic, that they have explosive diarrhea. So that automatically calms me down, because it's just like, I know what it's like to be like, oh, I'm running every red light. I've been in that scenario before. So I think it's, you know, that's growth, because especially like people honking the horn, that used to be a trigger for me. And now it's just like, oh, you're honking because you're like 2 minutes away from an accident. And you're in a rental, and you don't want to pay that fee.
I don't mind people rushing. I don't like people who taking their time. I don't have a problem with speeding.
That's a New York thing.
I don't have a problem with cutting me off. Cut me off and just go. Don't like slow it down. Like, slowing it down is annoying. But people who cut me off, who are going through things, I'm like, all right.
I think, is that a thing for like people who don't drive in the city? Because I noticed that, like, when you drive in other states and you drive in the city, like, people outside of New York City, they generally drive slow. Like, they'll follow the rules, the street rules. They're polite. They let you cut.
People outside New York City generally live slow, which I don't get. Like, I don't get. Sometimes I'll be out of town, people start talking to me, and I'm like, bro, somebody was talking to me the other day. I did this like 10 times.
The head rub?
As they was talking.
Like, this conversation's over?
If you talking and somebody do this, wrap it up. Wrap it up, B. I got stuck in like a 20-minute banger.
Did you start doing the creep out and they follow you?
You know what happened to me, bro? This happens to me a lot.
What's that?
The problem is, we spoke about this. People don't know how to tell stories. So they don't know where. So I'll give up on a story, and then all of a sudden it'll get interesting.
And then you can't leave.
And I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, so I went over his house and then the knife was out. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what do you mean the knife was out? Like, she's like, remember I was telling you about the knife? I'm like, no, I stopped listening because you was telling me about your favorite season. And why don't you just open with the knife talk? So that happened to me. I was talking, it was like for 20 minutes, long, drawn out story, bro. And I'm like this, you know, I'm doing all the things. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, the Mets.
You know, yeah. I took my hat off like 4 times. And then he's rambling. And then at the end, he's like, so the cops came. This is what he said. He said, so the cops came and there was cocaine in the Louis duffel. And I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know there was a duffel. I didn't know there was cocaine. I had stopped listening, but now I gotta be like, wait. And then you gotta ask him to retell the story. I always end in these. This happened to me at the bar on Sunday when I was watching the game. People just start telling me their life story. I don't know. I think I got a face that looks like he cares.
You have a therapist face.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You have a therapist face.
I got therapist face.
Yeah, you suffer from therapist. TF.
People see me. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a t-shirt.
I'm here.
I got therapist face. People see me and they want to tell me their problem.
Unload. Yep. They want advice.
They want advice.
They want you to fix their life.
They do. What is that about?
You need to get plastic surgery.
I do.
Like, because there's definitely faces where you'll see it and it's like, nah, I'm not telling you nothing. Right?
People see me, bro. They want to tell me about their divorce. They having trouble getting pregnant.
Woo.
I'm like, bro, I just want a venti iced coffee
with some lemon pepper wings.
Yeah, you don't wait. What venue sells that?
I don't know. I'm going yes and I thought that's what we're doing. No.
The combination of Starbucks beat up.
Yeah, they're like, sir,
Starbucks in Atlanta.
This is a Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, my bad.
We don't have venti and we don't have wings.
My bad. I thought we was in Atlanta. My bad.
Nah, but yeah, I think I got therapists.
You got TF, bro. You suffer from TF. But I mean, I guess that's a gift.
Therapist face?
Yeah.
No, it's not. People just want to talk to you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's better for them to want to talk to you than to punch you in the face.
I remember in my younger years when I was outside, when I used to, be in them streets, you'd be at the bar, you start talking to a girl, she just started telling you her life story, and you're just like, man, I was kind of just trying to see if we could just have sex.
Yeah.
And maybe not unpack your childhood.
And now I'm invested.
Yeah. Now I gotta help him.
I gotta help.
I'm an empath.
Exactly.
So now I'm like, look, call me on Monday. We'll work this out.
I'm
a couple drinks in. Call me Monday during work hours, and I'll see what I could do for you.
You signed an oath, bro. You technically have to.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
I used to go out with my boys. We'd be at a bar. It'd be like a girl started talking to me for like an hour. I just be at the bar talking to her. And then my boys will come back and they'll be like, oh, like you got it? And I'm like, no, bro. No. She's telling me that she's having trouble having kids with her husband. Mm-hmm. And they're like, why you just say cut? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to cut it out. I got therapist face. I don't ask questions.
I want to help her.
I don't ask questions. I just be like taking my head off.
Not only that, what if you help her and she names her son Ian?
Yeah.
Been down that road before.
That happened to me before.
I know.
Volume 75, Sunday, September 15th, coming at you live, the Adulthood podcast, the number one health and wellness podcast in the hood.
Woo.
Thank you guys for always liking and commenting and sharing our clips. I got torn apart on one of the clips.
Yeah, it
was like half and half. I don't think I got torn apart. It was like half and half.
You definitely did. But I feel like the clips, there's been a lot of engagement. Like comments are jumping up through the roof.
Well, people when you have a clip that gets people upset, that's a pretty good way to get engagement.
Okay.
Hate is better than love.
Than love?
Yeah, for sure.
Only on the internet, though.
Yeah, on the internet.
Yeah, only on the internet.
So yeah, I think they got mad at the thing. But I'm like,
cool. Thank you.
Some people said like stuff. I like trolling them. I troll some people. Some people they'll say stuff and I'll troll them back.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, some people, I guess they don't read because people don't read the other comments. Right?
No, they don't.
So they'll see a clip and they'll just be like, let me comment. But I think you should take time to look at the other comments because sometimes you think you're being original. But I'm like, this has been said like 10
times.
Like, and you're making like a clever joke. And I'm like, literally 100 people have said this.
In the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
they probably have
read the captions. In the caption, it says joking, like hashtag joking, hashtag comedy, hashtag funny.
I think a lot of people on social media don't know how to read. It just hit me.
I think in general, I think people in life don't know how to read, which I get it. Reading is hard. You got these letters that make sounds. That's kind of weird. What is that about? If you really think about it, like, what is that? Like, you got these symbols and they make a sound. W, what? W is what? And then you're supposed to learn the sound for all, 26 letters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows, really.
Nah, the thing is, it's even more difficult when, like, you're supposed to be hooked on phonics and then you start trying to learn another language and their sounds don't coordinate with the sounds you just spent $100,000 for in college to learn. Now it's just like, oh, you're messing with me, bro.
The people who want to learn other languages, I'm like, for what? Learn English.
Yeah.
And then you be good.
But what if you got English down already?
I don't think anyone really got English down.
I don't think anyone got anything down.
I think we're all still learning.
We're all freestyling?
We're all still learning.
Yeah.
But I speak 2 languages. I speak English and Spanish. I wish I spoke a third. If I spoke a third, which one would it be? Probably Chinese. Not for any reason other than they wouldn't think I spoke it and I want to hear them talk shit about me.
When I want to understand. Yeah. That and like Russian too. Yeah. Like all of the
I know some Russian.
The tough like you
Хорошо.
Привет.
You'd always have a job.
Da.
Yeah,
Russian?
Yeah. Like you'd always have a job for like the CIA or like security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Hell
spoke
yeah.
Russian? Sometimes I think about that.
Hell yeah.
Quitting everything and becoming a spy.
Me too.
But I'm too sus.
Sus? Okay.
What do you mean?
Like I'm suspicious.
Hmm.
Like I look like
Yes.
I generally look like I'm
It's because of the
up
TF.
to no good.
It's because the TF,
It's
the
'cause of the
Canadian
TF.
tux.
Yeah.
No spies wearing a Canadian tuxedo.
not at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I generally look lost when I walk.
But that's good.
I look like I don't know where I'm going.
That's good.
I look like I'm a spy. Like people be thinking I'm a spy. And I'm like, nah. I just have this podcast.
I think that's good because then people is like, oh, this person's lost. Let me help them, and then you can get information.
That happens with pretty girls. That
Oh.
don't happen with black men.
That's
Where
true.
you look lost and people want to help you. People generally think you're
Going
either
to-
lost or you're gonna do danger,
And-
put them in danger.
and the police are on speed dial.
Yeah. So I don't
good
think I could be a good spy.
I couldn't be. I gave up
Because
my
a spy's
dream.
job is to act normal, and I struggle with that.
Have you guys ever met a spy or like heard that anybody
I
after?
wouldn't know
Touche.
if it's a good spy.
I was at a wedding and there was like, I was hanging out with this guy all night and he was the most normal looking dude ever. Like he was probably 6 foot, super nice.
We don't talk about height.
What? Okay. Doesn't matter. He was blank height, super nice,
Edit
super
that out.
normal. Somebody literally
Bleep it
was
out.
like, I was helping him move and
You
Like-
was helping the guy move?
a girl came up to me and told me, and she's like, you'll never believe about him or whatever. And she's like, I was helping him move and I went in his closet and I found a box with like 40 passports and Blackberries and like all this Russian identification. And he studied like vaguely like security studies in college. That's the closest I've gotten to a spy.
Was he a spy or was he a scammer? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 40 passports.
But he works for the government. He just can't say what he does.
For which government?
It's a good question.
Yeah, I think that matters. That also sounds like a great way to have sex with women at weddings.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
If I was like, hey, come to a wedding with me, and when you see me talking to a girl, go up to her and be like, you came by my house and I'm just like mysterious guy with all these passports. And then I come back like nothing happened in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, this guy's important.
like what if
Women
he was
like
exactly
they
what
do.
happened with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
Women like that.
What if he was like an international janitor? Like he was like the janitor of the CIA.
I also don't think a spy would just have 40 passports
Laying
laying in his
around,
thing when he
right.
on moving day.
Yeah.
He would be like, hey, maybe let me get the things that are creepy out the way before this girl comes in to help me.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looked like a spy though.
Was he white?
Like he just yes, but like no feature that was distinguishable. Like you couldn't like, oh, he has a huge nose or thick eyebrows. Like he had the plainest face. I feel like that's what you got to go for.
And he can blend in anywhere.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have noticed him.
You know what? It's interesting though, because you could be a spy. I think it's easier to be a spy like from another country in America because, especially in New York, everybody has an accent. So even if you have like a thick accent, it's just like, oh, this person's from, overseas. But I don't think it works the opposite because like, especially like Russian or some type of Asian language, Chinese, Cantonese, there's the dialect, you can't really fake it. Like someone's gonna tell like, no, you learned this from somewhere else. You didn't learn this growing up in this land. You know what I mean?
Well, I think if I was a spy in Russia, I would have to pretend I don't speak Russian.
Walk me through that.
Like I would just have to always be like, I don't understand, but I was listening to them talk when they would listen and talk to me. Because if I spoke Russian, I feel like they would be like, why do you
speak Russian? Yeah.
Totally.
What are you doing here? Yeah.
So I think I could be a spy.
Are you a spy?
But I'll get carried away. I think I'll get carried away. Like James Bond.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make that a movie. Maybe we should do like, but instead of like James Bond was like this gentleman, like this like classy dude. Maybe we'll do a spy movie where I'm just like some normal,
comedian?
Like, yeah, not a comedian. I'm tired of that. I want to quit. But
Okay.
just some normal like just guy in a denim jacket. And they're like, what do you like, what was James Bond, like martinis? That's what he drank?
Yeah,
I'll drink like
shaken
4
up.
Locos.
In Moscow, everybody's like, what?
I'm like, let me get a 4 Loco. Shaken, not stirred.
What?
And drinking with it out the can with a plastic brown bag.
With a floral shirt.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not a bad movie.
Hold on. We might have to edit that out. Let's write that. ChatGPT.
I wish so you watch spy movies, they could like all fight and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish I could fight like that.
Yeah. My thing with the spy movies is always the car. So I could never be a spy because I could never fit in a getaway car. You know what I mean? Like even like the Fast and the Furious with The Rock, like this guy is like pushing submarines.
Well, The Rock is your height.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like either they CGI that because I know those cars. He didn't fit in the car. That's number one. Number two, he pushed like a submarine with his bare hands out of a spider. It's just like, come on, bro. I've done like triceps. You're not doing that.
You know what's crazy? The Rock is not as
Jack?
If you never met him, he's not as he's huge, but he's not what you imagine.
Okay.
Because you know him from being like this jack dude on social media and wrestling and the movies.
Yeah.
But when you see him, you're like, oh, he's just like 6'2" and jacked. But it's not like you would think he's like 6'10".
Bro, I thought Vin Diesel was 7 foot tall, could bench a house. And then it's just like, this guy's 5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting when people are successful and they're like 5'10". Because that's 5'10" is like turning 26. No one gives a fuck.
Nobody cares. No, they don't. They don't care.
That's not a height that people care about.
They look forward to.
6 feet is like 21. That's an important. 6 feet is like 21,
You're
like
cooking.
40.
You're cooking right
That's
now.
thing.
You're
5'10".
What are you doing?
That's 34.
Yeah.
That's what I'm turning.
Is that why you're so?
I'm turning 5'7". I mean, I'm turning 5'10". 5'7". Forget about it. That's not even.
Woo, but that's 18. No, that's
even,
19.
That's like 17.
Bro, 19.
You're old, but not old enough to do anything.
Yeah.
You're not big enough to do anything important.
Bro, 17, 19, and 20 are probably the most useless years in America.
19 is pretty useless.
19 and 20 are like
20 something because now you're 20.
But okay.
But
Fair.
19, you're just a grown-up teenager.
You're a grown child.
That can't date anyone a year younger than you.
You'll get arrested.
That's the oldest.
Yeah.
And then you're too much of a baby to date up.
So you're in purgatory.
Purg.
Yeah.
In the spy movies, these dudes, you want to know what I think is funny about movies? They never, you know how like in regular life, people, and obviously they can do it, but in regular life, everyone's just on their phone.
Yeah.
In movies, no one's on their phone. They're just living life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one lives life this way.
You know,
like they'll be on a date and they're just like both engaged. I'm like, if this was a real date, 2 phones would be on the table. One would be like, 1 second, this is from work, and the second the side guy.
Yeah.
You know.
The kids.
And also, no one, I've noticed this, no one says bye when they're on the phone and on television.
What do they say?
They just hang up.
Okay.
No, they just hang up.
They'll
be like, I need the money or your daughter's gonna die.
Click.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Even with your loved ones, like you don't be like, I love you. Like,
no.
You be talking to your wife, it won't be like, I love you, goodbye.
No,
it's just
I'm coming home late. Click. Yeah, that's true.
And I'm always like, if it were me, I'll be like, I'll call back.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I'll call back. Like, what was that?
You know what I really don't like about movies, certain movies too, is that when they try to pretend like Atlanta or Canada is New York, I get really offended by that.
They do. You know who they do a lot? Vancouver. Vancouver's New York.
Yeah, and I
was there, and it does look like New York.
It does,
yeah,
but
it does look like
we're classically trained New Yorkers. That's a t-shirt. Yeah. You're not gonna pass Vancouver off as like 34th Street. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I know they do it for more so like the borough scenes, but what show did I watch? Suits. I love Suits. Right? And it's coming back. I think they're doing a spinoff or something.
They are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. But I think like the first season, because they were trying to get that budget, they did like a couple of clip shots of like actual New York. And then it was just like, all right, we don't got the budget. So we're in Canada now.
Yeah, they were in Toronto.
Yeah, they were in Toronto. Like Toronto
looks like New York though.
It does, but it don't. Like not when you have OCD and you pay attention to the signs, the buses. Like we don't have red buses. You know what I'm saying?
I know, like breaks the fourth
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
But if you're not from there, because I watched it when I didn't live here, and I was like, oh, that's
it's
so
New
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you grew up in Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
Cincinnati. That's a major city.
Yeah. A lot of people don't think it is, but I think it is.
It's a major city in the Midwest. For
yeah,
sure.
totally.
Yeah.
Got a whole downtown and everything.
The Natty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Ocho Cinco.
You guys have a thing
Joe
where you guys do when the Reds, they do opening day in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Oh my God. It's like insane because the Red Stadium and the Bengals Stadium are like basically on the opposite ends of the same very small street, and there's just bars in the middle.
Yeah.
So
I was there when it was opening day.
Oh yeah.
They take it seriously.
I mean, one thing,
And I'm like, your
people in the
team
Midwest are-
sucks. They're like, we don't care.
I mean, all we do is drink and watch sports. It's like
Yeah.
kind of all we got going on
That's
culturally.
awesome.
Oh, it's too fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between like Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Columbus? First of all, why are they all?
Columbus is
See,
fire.
Yeah.
Columbus is so
Columbus is the
fun.
best city out of all of those.
Oh yeah. Okay. Shout out
Well,
to Columbus.
Okay.
Bro,
That's
Columbus
what
is
best
fire.
means. Best vibes are Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cleveland can
Cleveland
go
is-
elsewhere.
Cleveland is rough.
Really? Both
Yeah.
does?
I like
It's
Cleveland
the
though.
first of the
I have fun in
bud.
Cleveland, but Cleveland
Yeah.
has its problems.
Shout out to
Shout
the
out to Cleveland.
land.
Shout out to Cavs. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. Shout out to the land.
No. Well, Cincinnati and Cleveland have like weird beef because we're like
Really?
opposite ends of the state. Like Cincinnati
Oh.
like kind of kisses Kentucky and like
Okay.
more southern.
Uh-huh.
Cleveland's like more industrial, like a little bit. I'm trying to like choose my words, but
Okay. More blue collar.
Cleveland is a little more industrial.
That's the word that they use.
Columbus is lit though.
Columbus
is
is
a
lit.
college
Awesome.
town.
That's
It's
a
college
t-shirt.
town.
Shout out to the Ohio
Ohio
State
State
University.
University.
I'll
Yeah.
be there in
My
a week.
You went to Ohio State?
no, but my little brother goes there now, and I
My cousin
spent
went-
a lot of time there. You're going in a week
Columbus, yeah.
Oh, word?
for a game?
No, just for a festival.
Oh hell yeah!
For your brother? Your brother's DJing?
Nah.
Oh.
Nah.
Okay.
Just a
What festival?
It's called Lost Lands.
What is it?
Lost Lands?
Lost Lands?
Yeah.
You
it's
be
like
doing
a-
ketamine?
Molly?
On the record.
Won't comment.
That's the
Okay.
thing, right? People do ketamine now.
People do
That's
that.
at parties?
Is
That's
it
the
a
new drug?
I thought it was for horses.
Yeah, it's
I
like
thought it was
horse
for-
tranquilizers.
That's what they say.
As they say.
And people snort it?
I thought it was
if
for
you're doing
depression.
medicinally. If you're doing it medicinally, they'll inject it in you.
Because that's what Matthew Perry, I think he was on.
But he was also in a hot tub.
Uh,
he drowned.
what's his name?
But he was
oh really?
he was on ketamine.
Yeah,
I think
he
they
was-
use it as a way, some people use it as a way to get you off other drugs.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it's a thing for I don't know
Depression.
if it's depression,
It's a
but yeah,
dissociation.
Neil
he was
Brennan.
an addict. He was an addict who had depression.
yeah.
Neil Brennan always talks about he's been like doing ketamine and it's helped him like manage, well, between ketamine and ayahuasca, it's helped him manage his depression.
Yeah, it's a therapeutic drug.
Is it?
Yeah.
So, but like, what do you feel like? So, because
It's a
you know, Molly was EDM. What do you
Yeah,
listen to?
dissociative.
No, it's a dissociate drug. So
Really?
What
like-
does that mean?
yeah, like you feel like dissociative. Like you don't want to talk to people. Like you kind of
So why do people do that at raves?
Yeah.
because they call it like a sit down drug. So like you can't really stand if you do it too much. You just sit down and it's kind of like a psychedelic if you do enough too. So
It like lets the music hit you more intensely. You
Really?
can like really get into the experience.
Really?
yeah,
So they say. Yeah.
I was talking to a girl one time and she told me that she was in a K-hole.
yeah,
And,
you got to do a lot to be in a K-hole.
That's scary.
What the hell is a K-hole?
Yeah, I was like, it was at the DMV. I was just trying to get my license. I was trying to get a new photo on my license.
You still got the young one?
And she was like, she just got out of a K-hole. I don't know if I guess I looked like I would know what a K-hole was, but I didn't know. And then I told all my drug friends, and they was like, "Oh yeah, that's when you do too much ketamine."
Really?
Yeah.
But what happens?
Well, I've never been in one myself,
Okay.
but you feel super far gone from yourself. Like you can't
Really?
get out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
How long does that take?
Right?
I don't know. It gotta be a
It-
few hours.
you got to do over like you got to do like 150 to 180 milligrams to be in a K-hole.
And
Damn.
how long does it take to get out of it?
I don't know. I've never been in one.
Damn.
I don't really. Yeah, like I've done ketamine, but I don't do that
You've
much.
done
I've done it,
you've
yeah.
done the K, bro.
You snorted?
You've done special
Yeah.
K.
But you don't. I don't ever do that much. That's like I probably do like 60 milligrams, and I'm like, I can't imagine doing triple this.
Wait, 60?
Yeah, like doing.
That's a lot too, bro.
I mean, compared to
What
what
happened to, like,
180.
I don't know what a
milligrams?
milligram is, but 60 sounds like a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Eh,
What happened to like ecstasy? Good old ecstasy.
I think they ruined it.
Are we aging ourselves?
No, they ruined it. I think fentanyl took over.
Oh, the fat.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, you got to be safe. You got to test your stuff nowadays. As long as you test your
Yeah.
stuff,
Is
fine.
some
Oh,
states
for fentanyl?
yeah.
Mhm.
some states are
Bro.
making that illegal.
Bro, I'm gonna
The
tell you right
tester.
now.
You
If I
doing
have
the
to
fat?
if I have to pull out a fentanyl strip on something I'm about to do, I'm gonna pass on that.
You shouldn't be doing
Yeah,
it.
I'm
I really think we're gonna look back in history and be like, people were really out there throwing fentanyl strips on like to test drugs. It's an insane point that we're
And
at.
people do it like my friends who do drugs or whatever, they think that they're like responsible. They're like, no, because I pull out the
I pull out the strip.
and I test it for fentanyl. And I'm
That's
like,
how, yeah.
I
I
mean-
mean, it justifies it.
It's
I mean-
like putting on your seatbelt.
Yeah.
You could also
first.
test it even further.
Yeah.
Like there's like test kits, like reagent test kits, where you can actually see and make sure that the substance that you're trying to take is in whatever that you're about to take.
Like it's actually what you thought you purchased.
Oh, and it's not cut with anything.
Right. Yeah. And the
Or you
further
get
you
sold
test
the-
it,
yeah.
like you can test it with 10 different things and then to break down what's actually in what you're taking.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I never did any drugs. I never did nothing. I took a 10 milligram edible 48 hours ago and I'm still feeling it. I'm still coming down now.
That's good.
I'm not built for that.
Nah,
I'm not built like that.
Bro, the worst is when you wake up still high, like especially after an edible like journey. One time I took, what did I take? I took like a sativa. This was when they had the Biggie Small edibles, and like each dose was 50 milligrams. And this is when I'm like in like
50?
Yeah, but I'm thinking
I took a 50 once, bro. I told you the story about what happened.
No.
Go ahead, tell you, and I'll tell you my story.
I'm thinking that because at this time, this is like in the middle of COVID, so my smoke consumption has gone through the roof. Like, nah, smoke, son, right? I took it and I'm like, this is too much. Like, I'm stuck on the couch. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep and hopefully like this wave washes over me. The next day, I'm like, oh no, I'm still high. Like I was high for like 36 hours.
Bro, I once had 100 milligrams.
In one sitting?
100 milligrams? Bro. This was one of the worst experiences of my life. I was in a hotel room in the middle of Arkansas. I was in a K-hole. I took so much weed, I was in a K-hole, bro. I was calling people up, telling them that I needed a ventilator. This is like when we was like just getting out the first wave of COVID, and I was on the road, and the other comic told me I had to sleep and I had to be up in like 3 hours, and he told me, "Oh, just take this will knock you out." I got back to the room, bro. I was on another planet. It was crazy. I was calling him up. I didn't even know him. This was like a random comedian. I didn't know who he was. I had just met him. Yeah. So I found him on Facebook. I'm like, find on Facebook. I Facebook call him, and I'm like, bro, what did you give me? Like, I'm dying. Like,
dog.
It was crazy.
101 shot that when you're not expecting it.
And you know me, I'm 5'10", so
yeah.
I didn't have that
the stability for that.
Yeah, no, bro.
You have the foundation.
I was high for like 40 hours.
Oh my God.
I was high.
No, that's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different if you want to do that.
I knocked out for like an hour and a half and woke up and still went to the airport and still did.
So you were able to function?
I was functioning, but I was high though.
Were you like on autopilot?
Yeah, I had sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro, my pickup was at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I got picked up and I was just like a zombie. I was literally like zombie in my way through life.
Damn.
But when you that high, it goes by pretty fast because you just be high. So I remember being back home later that night and being like, I can't believe, because I wasn't a weed person then. Now I just do edibles to sleep, but I'm not a weed person like that. So I was just so high.
Bro, I had one experience too. This was when this is peak COVID. Me and my boy, shout out to Terrell. We was doing our other podcast, the 917 podcast, and we had just like got our sponsorship with this weed company. We were like basically their podcast, and we were product placement, and we were, testing the product during the podcast.
Oh, I remember I did that.
You did that podcast, yeah. So this is like maybe the first or second, it was the first episode. And again, I'm thinking that like I'm smoke champs because like, I've been doing this COVID. I'm drinking a bottle of wine and tequila, right? So we're doing an episode, and this is how I learned like firsthand that there's different there's really truly different grades of cannabis, especially in like when you like the high end, the luxurious, there's a reason why there's a price for it. So we're smoking like $100 eights, and not just because it's the name, it's because like of the quality. So we're smoking, and then also their network had expanded where they had people who were making gourmet, like edible treats, like cupcakes and stuff. So it was like a nice spread. We had a guest on, it's all good vibes. We had 3 blunts in rotation. Like everybody had their own. So it's like, yeah, it's a vibe. Ha 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 ha. The show was great. Like it was to the point where one of our co-hosts, she was stuck, and I'm like, all right, like I gotta drive this ship, right? But then it just hit me after we were done recording. I'm talking about like I'm on another. I'm getting ready to be in Mars, and I'm like I gotta drive back to Dykeman at the time because I was living in Dykeman. So I called my homegirl. I was just like, yo, because I'm not gonna make it home. So you live the closest. Can I crash on your couch? I only have one stop in me. It's either, and I know I'm not gonna make it to Dykeman, so I'm coming over here and I'm sleeping on the couch. It was the best sleep I ever had, but like I was almost
good sleep.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I don't know when people be on these other drugs. I don't get it. Like one time, I was hanging out with this girl and she wanted to do cocaine, and I don't, I never even seen cocaine till I was like 26, 27. And I only saw it because I was selling it. So, okay. I'm joking. I only saw it because this girl put it out, but she was like, she wanted to do cocaine. And so she just pulled out cocaine and did it right in front of me. And I didn't even know. I was just like, huh. Like I was just watching, like, what happens now? She's like, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, this is it.
That's it.
You're just high? She's like, yeah, I'm just high.
That's very like when it comes to black people and like their white friends and like when their white friends are doing cocaine, it's just like, oh, you do drugs. But then black people judge other black people like on a higher level when they start doing cocaine. It's just like
because you're not supposed.
You're
to
not supposed.
drugs,
and then the thing is too is just like it sticks out so much on dark skin. It's just like they come back from the bathroom and you got like little snowflakes in your beard. Like, bro, come on, son. Can you wipe that off, bro? You got a bat wing just hanging. Like, okay, all right, dog.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. I tried it. I'm not gonna lie.
You have?
Yeah,
you did?
Yeah.
No.
I can't believe I just said that on the internet.
I mean, being in the club scene.
This can't be in the clip.
Huh?
I mean, being in the club scene is like, I'm pretty sure it's around.
I tried it one time and I was just like, man, I could have just went to Starbucks because I just felt up and just like super aware. You're drinking, so you're high and you're drunk. Like, I went home and I cleaned my room. Like, I cleaned, like, this is it.
Well, people say that they could drink all night and then they use it and then they.
You can. You literally can.
Yeah. But we don't endorse that.
No, at all. At all.
Podcast.
Maybe
that's not part of
we
adultering.
don't put that in the clip because
If you
my
have,
mom's
if you
trying
have
to
a drug problem, you should get help. Call a hotline. It's 347-378-9423.
Yeah.
If you struggle with addiction, we'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
We got some calls. Should we do the calls?
Yeah, we could do one.
You're good.
Yeah,
that was a great segue.
DJ APM, Ian Lara, Karma, Johan, big fan.
Karma.
I got another question for you guys. I mean, you guys shouted me out last week. You can shout me out as Gene if you want. Gene, like the pants.
I don't like that.
Like, I got a question for you guys today.
Gene like the pants.
You know, I'm gonna turn 26 next year, and I have a lot of friends that are, getting in relationships. You know, they're getting girlfriends, they're getting married, and I'm like one of the few single guys left in my like kind of circle. And I'm wondering if it's like, am I the problem?
Yes.
You do know what I mean, or is it just the lifestyle I live, or like, do you ever feel like, yo, if everybody's getting a relationship and I'm not getting a relationship, like, is it like, is the problem me? But yeah, just want to hear y'all thoughts on that because, you guys have a lot of experiences to pull on. Thank you, guys.
Shout out Gene
Gene like the pants.
This is a normal thing that he's feeling at 26.
This is for you, TS.
Because you feel that way when you're young. But when you're in your 20s and your friends start getting girlfriends and married, the way you need to have perspective and think long term. And you need to look at it as like they were the first ones to get married and they'll also be the first to get divorced. So that is what's happened. At 26, you are not behind the curve.
At all.
You still have... You're not even a fully developed man yet.
You're not. You just, nope.
I mean, 26 is completely, that's like 5'8".
Literally.
That's like a height that
literally
completely is irrelevant and doesn't matter when it comes to men.
Men, literally.
So, Gene, you have nothing to worry about, bro. Men don't even get good till they're like 41.
Legit.
So you have about 15 years before you even should start dating seriously.
To keep messing it up.
Yeah. That's the good thing about being a man.
Yeah.
You get better with age.
TF, bro. TF.
Therapist face?
Yeah, therapist face.
Yeah.
I would like to interject because I have a note on this.
Please.
Gene, like the pant, there's no wisdom that's not preceded by error. And at 26, you're still making a lot of mistakes. Your friends who getting married, they gonna be making mistakes too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, honestly, like, bro, you can't, as a man, you shouldn't get into like a real serious relationship unless you have like $15,000 or $20,000 in savings. Just because, like, if you're getting married, like, marriage leads to wanting to buy a house, or divorce, but there's steps to divorce. And one of the biggest steps to divorce is she wants a house and you can't afford a house. Your credit is jacked, maybe. Like, you know, like, you want to be prepared for marriage.
The only good thing about 26 is that you can probably like maintain an erection for like a decent amount of time.
Without Blue Chew.
But other than that,
Yeah.
and now there's medication where it doesn't even matter.
No.
Isn't that a thing that
What?
they didn't used to have Viagra? Viagra came out like pretty recently.
Yeah.
Relatively recently.
Yeah.
Before, some men just couldn't get erections and they would just live life.
Yeah, I mean, condoms are basically just as new. Also,
It's a new technology.
Condoms been around for a little while, but people didn't really start using them till like
Right.
the 80s.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
When HIV and AIDS took off.
You bring up a good point. Like, all of our parents that was outside, you know, they talk about today's generation being wild and everything's twerking and stuff, right? But like, they lived around free basing and free love, like the 60s and the 70s before, like, you know, the only STDs you got, you could go to the doctor, you know, you throw in your suit. Well, I get bad news.
I've met older people now who like are in like their 50s, 60s who I've spoken to.
Uh-huh.
Now they're married, so they've been out the game for a long time.
Yeah.
But they was like in their youth when they were outside.
It was-
never in their life did they use a condom.
It was the craziest times.
Never.
It was full blown.
But it wasn't crazy. It was just the
It
norm.
was the time.
It was the speed.
Yeah,
limit.
there
It
was
just the
nothing.
norm.
You couldn't catch nothing that was going to take your life.
Yeah,
it took a week.
No one cared.
Yeah, you know,
back then.
you get some penicillin that was over the counter, and you back to it.
Yeah.
It was disco, free love. You know, they was really wilding. But to answer Gene's question, don't compare yourself to nobody. You know what I mean? Comparison is the thief of joy. If you're not ready, you're not ready.
26 is young though.
It's young.
You probably
Yo.
next time you call Gene, tell us what you do and where you at.
Yeah.
26 is young. You still ain't figured life out.
Focus
There's
on-
no way you're you know whatever career you're in. There's no way you're at the top of it yet at
And that's number
26.
one.
So you know you want to build towards that, and also live life.
Live some life.
I don't even think you have to start even worrying about that until like 45.
Do you have
And even then, it's like if you're not ready, you're not ready.
do you have a passport?
Gene?
Yeah, like go see the world. You don't want to be one of these dudes that's 26 and married, and then because it'll happen, your wife will wake up and be like, I want to go here, I want to go here, and you're like, whoa, like we got married, I don't have a passport or nothing, and then like you're kind of behind the curve. Don't stack your money, live life, get some experiences, and then see where you're at in like 5 years.
Bro, some people be getting married at 24 years old, then they turn 28 and they take a trip to Dubai and they find out that there's other women that are different and have different norms, and then you're like, whoa, I got out the game way too quick. You should want to have, when you get married, I feel like you should want to have experienced the most things. So you know that like I've experienced the things, but this is what I want. When you get married young, you don't know about the things out there. And I'm not saying most of the things you won't want, but some of the things you might.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like depending on, you know, the age of the woman too, her friends, she might have some single friends and like they're going to Turks and Caicos and stuff and meeting Dexter and coming back and telling, you know, your fiance, your wife, all these kind of stories. And next thing you know, her mind is wandering.
Yeah, people say life is short, which it is if you look at it at the end. But if you look at it when you're living it, it's not short.
It's not.
If I told you had to spend the rest of your life in prison, you would be like, oh my God, this is eternity. So I guess time is subjective. It depends where you are in the line of time. And
it's relative.
Yeah, it's all relative. So 26 is young. That's
You're
a young
young.
dude.
Yeah, get some more experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be 34 tomorrow. Sometimes I think, I should have had a baby when I was 17. I'd have a 17-year-old now, which would be nice. But I didn't.
You did it.
So now I'm very successful.
Now you got to deal with those cards.
The parents are gonna get mad at me.
Yeah, they are. We love all the parents. We love the kids.
I'm sorry, parents. I'm sure you.
It's all jokes,
Every
man.
parent was like, "Yeah, I have all. I'm sure you're very successful.
Cool.
You have all the money. I know. I know.
It's all jokes.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's so funny to hear all these parents like, well, my kid was the best thing to happen to me. I know.
Cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I know they were the best.
Yeah. We know.
And I want kids. People acting like I don't want kids. I want to ruin my life too.
Yo, you should see some of the parents when they're like only night out, when they have a babysitter and they come to the club, they get bounced out by like 11:30 because they don't know how to drink anymore. They're wasted. The husband.
I don't like parents when they're out because they party on a very small window.
And they just go so hard, so quick.
Like
There's no.
I got time.
Like literally.
I know you don't because the babysitter, but and shout out to the parents. I was a parent. I should have had a baby when I was 17, but I didn't think it straight.
10 more shots and send 2 to the DJ. Hold on, I just got here.
I used to go to this bar. That was near my house, and on Thursday they did a teachers night.
Oh,
wow!
So it's like
teachers
all
are
the
repressed,
teachers, bro. It's like Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy because
teachers and nurses are some of the wildest people you'll ever hang out with.
They're some of the wildest people, but also you can tell what grade they teach by how like they interact with people, especially like when they talk to you. It's just like, okay, so now we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. It's just like, oh, you teach elementary school kids, don't you?
Bro,
why are you speaking to me?
Bro, I dated a stripper.
Oh.
And teachers and nurses are the wildest people you'll ever meet. That's a fact.
Without a doubt.
That's just a fact.
Wait, did we posted about the nurses? Didn't they get mad too? We was talking about like what goes on in the hospital and the ERs.
Everybody gets mad. That's the thing.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah, everybody
gets mad. That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's
especially now. Like
fact.
so many people they just be mad. I'm like, why are you mad? People start launching like personal attacks, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are
on the internet.
Yeah,
off of our clips.
Yeah,
that means we're doing the right thing.
Idiot. What did he? They'll start talking about my life. What I'm like, you didn't even do a little bit of research on me.
You weren't there.
The stuff you saying is objectively not true.
It's false.
People are like, this guy's clearly a failure at life who hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
who's broke and doesn't have a huge penis. And I'm like, you don't know anything about me. You didn't even bother to do a little research.
You didn't even, what is it, ChatGPT? They didn't type your name in ChatGPT or nothing, right? Claude?
Shout out to the people though, because I know life is hard. I know they're mad at their job.
Absolutely.
I do the same thing.
At their life.
And we troll here. That's the adult. It's not just troll, it's some good advice too. Shout out to Gene like the pants.
Yeah.
There's a message.
An email message?
Yeah, from the from last week's episode that somebody.
All right, let's do that
because this should be quick.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a message following up on the showering from last week's episode. And I quote, wanted to follow up about the showering before hooking up. No one mentioned showering together to keep the momentum going. Are y'all opposed to that?
The showering
together.
That's a big move.
That's a great point.
With a girl you just met.
That is a big move.
I think it's a big move with a girl you just met.
I think it's a big move. Now, here's the thing. If she comes in while you're in mid-shower, then there's no momentum killing, whatever. I've experienced that before.
But look, I don't want to speak out of turn and I don't want to be controversial, but shower sex is not good.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's overrated.
It's not.
It's one of the most overrated things
especially
out there.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not the space, no matter how big you are, the space is always weird.
It's tight. Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah. It's only good on camera.
I think that sometimes we try to fix something that's not broken. Sex on a bed is great.
It's great. It works.
This is good.
I think a lot of people are the result of that.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine. Why are we trying to fix this? I'm sorry, I get
looking for spice.
I get frustrated.
Yeah, you got that.
What
age.
are you looking for? You just met this girl. You gonna shower with her? First of all, if you shower with her and she's showering with you, you're not gonna clean yourself good.
There's no cleanliness going on.
Yeah, it's
like being in a hot tub.
It's just dirty.
Yeah.
And you just met. Like, work up to that.
I think, but at the same time,
and if you're in the shower with a girl you just met, the chances of you using protection goes down
to none.
100%.
Slim to none.
Who's in the shower like, let me get a condom?
Yeah. Or you might do bro science. No, the hot water's gonna kill everything.
Which it be killing it.
Yeah.
It be killing it.
Yeah. Is that so? Hot water's contraception?
I don't want to give medical advice. We're gonna get demonetized.
All right, cool. I was gonna say, but at the same time too, like if he brings up a good point, keeping the momentum going, because like especially in those beginning moments, you're really walking a fine line. You know, we know plenty of dudes that have talked their way out of it. Like I've heard homegirls come up to me and say like, yeah, I was gonna, but then he said something. I was just like,
well, there's a good portion of men that should not be allowed to speak like, openly. I think a
lot of people would say that for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's literally the brand of our podcast. Boom. But they're wrong. They're wrong because I make a living speaking. So if you think that about me, you're wrong.
HBO.
I make a living doing this. I do the things because of the things that I say.
Were you on Jimmy Fallon?
So oh, by the way, announcement. I'll be back on next month.
Nice.
Set your DVRs.
Am I the wingman of the year? Because I get a trophy?
Back on the Tonight Show, baby. I got a date already, but I probably won't announce it till it's like.
Can I be on the entourage? I'll be security.
Month. Do you want to come?
Yeah,
if you want
shit,
to come. If you wanted to see what it is like backstage,
read the roots.
I'll bring you. This will be my 4th time.
Boom.
So for the people, it's like, oh, we got to put away the microphones and the podcast. It's like, well,
I feel like LeBron James.
Why?
Because I'm a 6'9" point guard. The way I just set you up right there for your plug is immaculate.
You didn't even know that neither.
Immaculate.
You didn't even know that.
I did it.
Volume 75 coming at you Sunday, September 15th. I am now a grown 34-year-old man. That's like a man.
Yeah.
That's like a man.
Yeah. You wake up and like, what am I doing?
I'm like a man.
Yeah. With the tux on.
Yeah. Like I'm like a man.
There you go.
Like I have like a couple grays in my beard.
Bro, I found a gray the other day.
But women like it. Women want to date their dad.
What is it?
That's my
Silver Fox?
That's my motto.
Yeah.
Women want
grays are
their
tough.
dad.
There's no going back from that.
It's fine though, bro.
I refuse to color it too.
I'm not gonna color it.
No,
I'm not gonna color it. I'm going down with the ship.
Yeah.
No enhancements, except maybe blue chews.
The Titanic.
Other than that,
definitely.
Other than that,
because they talk bad
nothing.
about you.
I'm not getting surgery. I'm not getting Botox.
Nope.
I'm going down
with the ship. Shout out to Jack.
Volume 75, Sunday, September 15th. We're in the fall. Thank you guys for listening. Adulthood Pod. Please don't forget to subscribe to the page on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Set alerts so you know when the episode drops. We come out every Sunday at 8 p.m.
Hey.
DJ 8 p.m.
Hi.
We got a lot of big announcements coming through. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be on the Tonight Show again for the 4th time next month. And I'm filming my next special in December. We have a date and a venue. Can't announce it yet, but stay tuned for that. So you could fly into New York, come see the special, come see a tape, come see a film.
We should make a weekend.
Of the special?
Yeah.
We will. I mean, we live here, so it's pretty easy for us to make a weekend. But yeah, we'll do the special. Maybe we'll do a party. Maybe we'll do something like that.
Fiesta.
We'll do the special and then we'll do an after party and you'll DJ it.
Yes.
With
tequila.
We'll take a venue. Yeah. Happy birthday to me. Shout out to the Adulterers. Thank you guys for listening. Continue to like the clips and give us a message on Instagram and give us a voicemail and all that good stuff. Adulthood Pod, Volume 75. Oh, come see me live.
Oh.
Too. I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan next week. And the DC Improv, October 5th, I believe that weekend. I'm at the DC Improv. That's my favorite club.
Shout out DC.
World. Come see me. Ian Lara Live at I am DJ 8 p.m. Johan Carmen. Peace.
Salute.